Welcome to another video. I am in Mansfield, Louisiana. I'm in my car and I'm parked next to the DeSoto Parish Courthouse. Very windy. It's about 60 degrees. Not a lot of people in this area that I'm at in Mansfield. So I decided to do a video here. Well, I could be wrong, but to me, I mean, it's a better place to make videos at than where I live, you know. Where I live, it is difficult to make a video. I mean, made a video at a place where I go and pay my water bill at, and got approached, well, some police officers and police cruisers, like 3, 4, 5 of them come driving up. I made one video at a parking, well, not at a parking lot, but at a park in a city, and a cop come driving up and asking me this: "Are you good?" So yeah, and then I made a video at another park. I think I didn't make a video at another park, but yeah, I went to a park to sit down and relax, get my mind off of things, and I get approached by a cop, and this cop tells me that I'm acting strange, and do you act strange all the time? And after all of that, when I left, he followed me out of the city until I left the city limits. While I was completely out of the city, he turned around and drove off. So yeah, this was like, all this happened last year, and so you know, I don't have to worry about any of that here. So yeah, okay, let me get into this video. I have with me, written on paper, titled 25 Facts About Americans, and I'm going to read these 25 facts, and I've written them down, and got some ideas here and there. So from YouTubers and some ideas from myself, I made some up. So yeah, so let me get into this. Okay. 25 facts about Americans. And this tells the story about how Americans are. I ain't saying all of them are, but you know, some are like this, some aren't like this. So okay, okay, let me start this off. 25 facts about Americans. Number 1, Americans are nationals and citizens of the United States of America. They are descendants of people who came from European nations, the continent of Africa, Asia, and Samoa. They are the descendants of immigrants. Others are descendants of people who came from Canada, and others are Native Americans. Number 2, Americans are quite possibly the most willfully ignorant people on the face of the planet. Number 3, they are violent, too violent, not all. Number 4, they don't believe in social or human connection with each other, not all. Number 5, they, not all, love to do a lot of gaslighting, bullying, picking on each other, treat each other like crap, and bring toxic storms onto each other. They do this to people from other countries as well. That is how mass shooters are created. Number 6, Americans come in different forms. School teachers, substitute teachers, police officers, firefighters, truckers, postal workers, janitors, doctors, lawyers, road construction workers, nurses, hygienists, dentists, and other things that they do for a living to make ends meet. Okay. Number 7. Americans work way too much. They work more than the Japanese. They work more than their cousins in the UK. And they work more than the French. Americans work 137 more hours per year than the people in Japan, 260 hours more than people in the UK, and 499 more hours than the people in France. Americans are a bunch of workaholic fools who work a lot and don't have a good work/life balance. Tied into a low life expectancy, eating unhealthy foods, treating each other like shit, and having a lack of social human connection, that is why Americans aren't living long. Blame capitalism, folks. Blame capitalism. Number 8. Americans are made up of people who are German, Irish, English, Italian, French, Polish, Scottish, Scotch-Irish, Dutch, Norwegian, Swedish, and Russian. Others are African Americans and Asians, Chinese, Japanese, and mixed race people. Number 9. Americans are like people from the 1978 movie Invasion of the Body Snatchers. They are like a race of plant creatures that took over people's bodies. Number 10. Disabled Americans, people with disabilities, are an afterthought to their non-disabled counterparts. They are in prisons and jails throughout America, get poor treatment, left in the dark, and left out on things. Number 11. Americans have access to the sum total. Number 11. Americans have access to the sum total of all human knowledge on the internet, yet their understanding of the world rarely extends beyond their own country. And even then, the majority of Americans believe in a vision of the country that doesn't actually exist. A country with freedom, full freedom. Number 12. Is not that Americans are stupid. They just blindly accept the United States as the greatest country in the world. They don't see any reason to educate themselves on the reality of the rest of the world. Number 13. As bad as America is, Americans see themselves as individuals and not a unit. They are divided through division. They don't want the same thing. America will never get better because of ignorant, insular, hardcore American patriots, chicken shit people, lazy people, and people who don't give a damn. Number 14. People who talk about freedom and the Constitution don't have a clue, nor do they care about all the problems in America. Number 15. Do you see that lonely elderly old man with a huge beer belly, ugly, farts a lot, and smells like shit? In his younger days, he was never married and never had a family of his own because his mom, dad, and sister kept him in the dark on everything because of his learning disability. Plus, the women didn't give him a chance to have them as his girlfriend. He lives in a loveless culture full of fucked up people and worthless women. Number 16. Brain dead American patriots suck. Number 17. People who talk about the United States Constitution and the Second Amendment need to shut the fuck up. As messed up as America is, they are not making any sense. I need to take American flags and dead bald eagles and shove them up one by one up their asses. Number 18. People who hate people and ignore them if someone talks to them suck. They just don't want to deal with them. If me and others do what they do, someone will tell us we need to go see a therapist, and the therapist will put us on medication that will make us feel better. It will just make us drowsy, non-responsive, destroy our health, make us sleep all the time, and make us fat. Talking to this person before going through all of this is a joke. Number 19. American women are terrible. They love assholes and bad boys. They are narcissistic, picky, standoffish, cliquish, paranoid, fearful of strangers, heartless, and uneducated. Women in America are white, black, brown, and other races. They are beautiful, ugly, skinny, fat, has an hourglass figure, and cute. Not all. Number 20. Baby boomers are out of touch with the state of the country. They think America is great. And it is the way it was. And they think it was the way it was when they were younger. Number 21. Americans are a bunch of brain-dead zombies who live in a country with a shitty quality of life. Number 22. No freedom of the press. No freedom of the press doesn't mean anything to them. Number 23. Stupid foreigners from other countries told me to stay in America because I will make more money here. They talk about make more money and have more freedom. Why come they are in their home countries and never move to America? I wonder why. I went off topic on this, but yeah. Do they know how messed up America and Americans are? They don't care. I want to punch them in the face. Number 24. African Americans. Some of them are shit. They tear each other down, treat each other like shit, and suck at doing their jobs. And number 25. White people are perfect angels and can't do no wrong. BS. They don't care or talk about what black people go through. And they don't understand and they don't care. All of them aren't like this. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let me go talk about what I just read. I'm going to go to number 24, African Americans. Some of them are shit. They tear each other down, treat each other like shit, and suck at doing their jobs. Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna talk about this. I went grocery shopping at a Walmart. I just went there to buy 2 6-packs of Perrier. Perrier is carbonated mineral water that came from France. When I went to pay for the when I went to the checkout counter to pay for the 2 6-packs of Perrier, there was this black cashier. It was a black woman. She didn't say a word. She didn't say a word. And she rang up. Okay, she rang up what I wanted. She rang it up. She rang it up. She rang up how much what I wanted to buy. The 2 cases of 6-pack of Perrier. Okay, she didn't say anything. She didn't tell me the total or nothing. So I stood there and she stood there. She didn't say a word. So I noticed that she didn't say anything. And so I looked at the scanner display to tell me how much it was. So I gave her the money to pay for it. Okay, she gets the money. Open up the cash register to give me my change back. Give me the receipt. Didn't say thank you or nothing. She didn't say a word. So I was kind of rude. So I just took what I got after she put my 6 packs of Perrier in the plastic bags. I got the plastic bags with them in it and left. So yeah, this is true. Yeah, some black people in America are shit. I mean, some black people are good, some aren't, you know. Yeah, the ones who suck at doing their jobs is the ones who are rude. Yeah, the ones who live in the ghetto and they just treat each other like shit. Yeah, so yeah, okay, okay, number 19, I'm gonna go to number 19. American women are terrible. They love assholes and bad boys. They are narcissistic, picky, standoffish, cliquish, paranoid, fearful of strangers, heartless, and uneducated. Okay, I want to talk about something else. Yeah, I want to add to this. I went to this grocery store called Ottie's. And I went inside and there was this real skinny girl. She was so skinny. She was anorexic and she had like short curly hair. And she was stalking. She was moving real fast, stalking. So I accidentally got her away. She went and jumped over me and went just stock. And she was moving really fast. And I think she was the one that the last time I went to this grocery store and I didn't know how to put 25 cents into the slots to pull the chain to release the shopping carts to go grocery shopping. There was these shopping carts that were all chained together and they have coin slots on them and have a chain rope to them. So you stick 25 cents into the coin slot and pull them. When the first time I went there, I didn't know what to do. So I think I asked this girl, she was the one that was zipping around stocking really fast. And I asked her, excuse me, do you know how to like unlock these shopping carts? And she just stuck a quarter in the slot really fast, pulled a chain out and just zipped away, acting like a complete jackass. And I didn't catch what she was doing. So I just figured it out. And she came right back to me and said this, "Sir, do you want to shop? Sir, do you want to shop? Do you want to shop? Do you want to shop? Do you want to shop?" And she was acting like a complete jackass. And I encountered people, and I worked with people like that on jobs I had in the past, and I got fired fired because it made me lose it, and I lost it and went and destroyed things and almost hurt somebody, and I lost it. I ended up getting fired. And this happened to me in the past. Yeah, but thanks to Winston Wu, he showed me that the problem is not me. The problem is not me. The problem is society. So yeah, okay, let me go to number 18. People who hate people and ignore them if someone talks to them suck. They just don't want to deal with them. If me and others do what they do, someone will tell us we need to go see a therapist, and the therapist will put us on medication that will make us feel better. BS. It just will make us drowsy, non-responsive, destroy our health, make us sleep all the time, and get fat. So I'm going to talk about this. I remember in the past that my sister made me lose it, and my dad tricked me into take me to see a bunch of mental health professions. Okay, he made me drive there in my car with him riding in my car, and I had to he made me get away from my doctor so I can do my health checkup at this hospital where I go and see all these mental health professions, because quote unquote I'm doing weird things, and I lost touch or whatever he said, and saw these mental health professions, and I didn't do a good job telling them my problem, which I didn't have a problem. I told them what I went through in society. And one, which was an old man who smelled really bad, who was fat, who had hearing problems, said that I'm paranoid and think everybody is bad. Then I saw this other mental health profession who was crazy, who I told him about Winston Wu. He zipped really fast and jumped on the computer and said there's a lot of writing and this and that and this and that and this and that. And I told him, well, Winston Wu is gonna make guys like you not have any money, because you guys won't make any money having people see you guys. And he didn't care, and told my dad I had a learning disability, which I had, and set me up to take these pills that'll help me, quote unquote, help me cope with my problems. And my dad said this as well, and got these pills along with the medication that I'm taking for my health issue. I'm not gonna say what my health issue is. I got the pills along with the pills I'm taking for my health problems, pre-existing condition. And when I got the pills at this Walmart pharmacy at Walmart, this woman said this, getting more pills today. So I didn't say anything. So when I left the pharmacy in Walmart, I took the pills that were prescribed to me by the psychiatrist or mental health profession and threw them in the trash can. And also I was trying to talk to Igor the Russian on his YouTube channel. Trying to get him to talk to me, and he wouldn't respond to me because he has trust issues. And yeah, he used to live in America. He don't live here anymore because how people are in America. He didn't want to talk to me and anybody or his audience because of trust issues. Because he's afraid of people, because he was afraid of people. Okay, got a comment from a woman, and she said this: New Manchester, do you have a passive normal relationship with Igor the Russian? He's not obligated to respond to you. Go see a therapist. So I lost it and made a video about that. So and going to people who hate people, who hate people, who don't want to be around people, who don't want to talk to people and keep to themselves. You know, and if you talk to them at your job, they will ignore you. And it's fun, you know, and people like that get away with it. They don't have to worry about nobody running up to them and tell them to go see a mental health profession or a therapist. Or yeah, therapist. But if people like me do that, my family will, people will say I'm crazy and I need to see a mental health profession or a therapist. Mental health professional or therapist, that's the same. Yeah, tell me to go see a therapist and be doped up on some pills that help me, quote unquote, make me feel better. And all it's going to do, make me sleepy, drowsy, be non-responsive, and gain a lot of weight. Yeah, yeah. And it just shows how crazy people are, how fucked up people are in America. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know what this, yeah, yeah, and for some reason, people who are private, who don't like to talk to people and keep to themselves and just talk to their family members and friends and who they know and just ignore and never talk to outsiders because of quote unquote, according to them, they hate people for some reason. They hate them because I guess they're crazy and they're annoying and they just want privacy and peace, I guess. But if I do what they do, I mean, I'll be forced to see a bunch of therapists from my family and told to see a therapist from total strangers and end up taking a bunch of pills that'll quote unquote help me cope with my problems. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna go to number 17. People who talk about the United States Constitution and the Second Amendment need to shut the hell up. Yeah, hardcore American patriots who talk about freedom and talk about what's in the Constitution, talk about why the Constitution is so awesome. You know, they're not educated on what the Constitution is, and you know, and the Constitution doesn't match up to how America is today. You know, full freedom. Shit, I wish I had a lot of freedom. I can do whatever I want. I mean, I can just go into stores and take whatever I want. I don't have to worry about getting arrested. I can run around with no clothes on. I can kidnap children. I can do all kinds of things that are against the law if I have freedom. But no, the truth is, I mean, freedom is limited to a lesser extent. I mean, you have the freedom to criticize the government and criticize politicians for both parties. But you don't have the freedom to be yourself. You don't have the freedom to talk to total strangers and form friendships with them. Yeah, you don't have that freedom. So, you know, Americans, hardcore patriots who talk about freedom and what's in the Constitution, talk about how awesome the Constitution is, you know, it doesn't make any sense because, you know, you don't live in a free country because America is not a free country at all. You have no freedom here. Yeah, no freedom of the press. None of that. So to me and someone who lives outside of America, it makes no sense of talking about freedom if you don't have the freedom to, you don't have freedom and to do whatever you want and having social freedoms. So yeah, it makes no sense. See, I don't have that much memory, but I'll do my best to squeeze some things in. Yeah, Americans work more than the British, the Japanese, and the French and other countries overseas, and they don't have a good work-life balance, and they lack social human connection, low life expectancy, and they eat a lot of foods that contains high fructose corn syrup, chemicals, MSG, and a lot of chemical-based junk that, that makes them angry and makes them throw fits and make them unhealthy and have them develop lots and lots of more health problems. So yeah, and all that under a capitalist society. You have corporations that treat their workers like they're machines and don't care about them. And you got Walmart. They had employees die on the job and they didn't care. And they just, in Walmart, the 6 Aarons of Walmart, the Walton family, the children of Sam Walton, referred to these employees who die at the job as dead peasants. And that's kind of heartless. Okay, yeah, Americans work way too much. They work more than the Japanese, they work more than the British, and they work more than the French. Yeah, because they don't get paid vacation time by law. They don't get sick pay leave. and they have like health care, like their health care tied to their job. Yeah. And they work for corporations, jobs that treat them like crap and pay them less. And that just shows, America is just a country that's just based on, working, doing business, making money, following the rules. And it's not about like enjoying life, spending time with one another, spending time with family, friends, and other people, connecting with like making friends with like total strangers out of the blue, would come up like talking to people, like just talking to people out of the blue. They don't talking to people out of the blue, they don't do that. Some parts of the country does that, but not in other parts. Yeah, they don't have a work-life balance, because of a capitalist society. They work way too much. Way too much. And they're fearful and paranoid of strangers. I talked to one of the people who I went to school with. I remember losing it in a comment, and they never respond. They just continue posting stuff nonstop. So I blocked that person, and they turned around and got rid of the friend request button. When I went to talk to that person, let the comment, they blocked me and got rid of my comment. Yeah, I think I said this in a previous video, Yeah, to hell with them. Yeah, plus, you can't talk to people like, if you sit on an airplane flying to someone in America, you sit next to for instance, if you sit next to a millennial woman who was born, I say, in the year 1986. Like, if you sit next to her, like she's white or like Armenian or where she is, like you sit next to her, if you say, "Hi, how you doing? My name is so and so. I mean, who are you and where you off to?" and something like that, like she'll just ignore you. She just totally ignore you. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. There's some people who don't want to talk to other people, but there's some people who just, who just don't want to talk to anybody. Maybe it's the fact that they're cliquish, and they're in a clique, they're in a group, and they'll just talk to people who are within their own group, and not outside of their group. They just keep outsiders away and just talk to people within their own group. Or if if someone that is in their own group, and if they lose it because society tore them down, they'll just push them away and don't want to have anything to do with them. If they go near them, they'll like call the police, have a restraining order put on them. Yeah. It's crazy. Crazy. Yeah. Yeah, and and it will suck, being an old alone man who never been married, who never had a girlfriend, never had a wife, never had a family of his own. He just grow old and alone. He can be like skinny. He can be fat, overweight with a fat beer belly, a gut, and yeah, it's kind of sad. He'll probably be in an old folks' home, and probably some young heartless bitch who's a nurse or nursing home worker will say this: "Come on now, wake up now. It's time to get your sponge bath." And the old guy will say this: "I don't want to get an old sponge bath. I want to sit and eat a jar of pickles. I don't want to move around. I don't want to move around. Come on now. Come on, you old fat piece of shit. I don't give a fuck. Get your fat ass out. I don't want to go. Yeah. Yeah, nursing home abuse. Yeah, that goes on like in Texas, the state that I live in, other states as well. Like nursing home abuse, like they treat old people like crap. If they are old people who live at home in their own homes, like they'll like come in and like steal money and things from them. Yeah, it's sad, and they'll just die old and the ones who are lonely, they'll just die old and alone, like old men. Yeah, because when they were younger, like the toxic, messed up in the head American women didn't give him a chance, didn't find him irresistible. He wasn't an asshole. He wasn't a bad boy. He was shy, quiet, and a nerd, and someone with a disability. That's fucked up right there. So yeah, yeah. The land of the free. More like the land of the land of the prison. A country with the highest prison population, the military-industrial complex, wasting money on stupid wars and wasting money on on making the military even bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and not pouring money into like mental health, infrastructure, public housing, healthcare. Yeah. Land of the free. Red, white, and blue. USA! 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 Shut the fuck up. Yeah. 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 Yeah, someone by the name of Ben Aku told me that America is a country with a shitty quality of life and low life expectancy and no freedom of the press and lots of guns. Yeah. He is right. He is right, and I'm glad he gave me some advice on how to get the hell out of America. But I'm gonna go through a lot of obstacles trying to get out of this country because I got a lot of I had to deal with a lot of crazy people in this country, like for instance, I tried to get a job at Target, go to the Target website and I can't find a Target job application on the site. I talked to this woman on the phone at this Target in Bossier City, Louisiana. I told her, "Hey, excuse me, do you know where the Target job application process is?" And she said this, "You gotta okay, I said, "Yeah, I'm on the site right now. I'm on my Apple iPad Mini," and she said this, "Click on careers or click on where." And I clicked on this, and she told me where to go. I went there. I couldn't find it. I said, "Well, I couldn't find where it is." And she said this, "Well, what are you using?" I said, "I'm using Bing." And she said, "I'm not using Bing. I'm using Google." So she said, I use Google and I'm on my smartphone. So I went on Google and did what she did, and I still couldn't find it. Yeah, it was crazy. And then you got then I called this TJ Maxx in Tyler, Texas, and there was this black woman, this black girl who's acting stupid with me. I said, and she didn't say much. I said, "Do you guys fill out applications on paper?" She said, "No, we do it online." I said, "Okay." I said, "Okay, I have to go and fill it online. Do I go to so where do I go to on the TJ Maxx site to find the job application?" She said, "Huck, you can go there." I said, "I can go there." "Yeah, you can go there. Go there. You can go there. You can go there." That's what she said. And it seems to me I'm gonna be stuck in this country because of all this bullshit. I think it's the fact that this current generation. I know they're tech savvy, and they're smart by their standards, but they're very disastrous on what they do. I think a lot of them are they don't know what they're doing. They think they know what they're doing, but they're just so confusing and misleading, and they're terrible teachers. I'm friends with a guy in Toledo, Ohio, who has a YouTube channel. I'm not gonna say his name. I want him to watch this video on my YouTube channel, and he said this: "Copy and share the link, brother." So I told him I took the video and posted it on my Facebook page. I said, the video's on my Facebook page. You're going to go watch it. He goes and sends me a message on my Facebook page. "Copy and share the link, brother." I said, "Well, how do I do that?" "Copy and share the link, brother." And it seems to me like if they teach someone something and they think that if they just say the same thing over and over and over and over again, they get it. maybe it's the fact that my friend from Toledo, Ohio lives in a fast-paced environment and he's disabled and he's very disastrous on teaching people things. He's so fast and he's in a hurry all the time because we live in America, and America is just like some of you people who view this video, you guys don't live in America. Well, anyway, it's seeing the fact that in America, if you live in America, it's just a fast-paced environment. It's fast-paced. Hustle, 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 rush, 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 rush. Hustle, 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 rush, 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 rush. Going to school, going to work, going to school, going to work. School, work, school, work, school, work, school, work, school, work. Yeah. So yeah, that's the environment there. So looks like I'm gonna be stuck. Looks like I'll never get a job because of dealing with people and my friend. I'm not putting them down. I just that just how they are. I also remember this before I end this video. I think I remember there was this guy who watched one of my videos on my YouTube channel and sent me a comment saying this. You're black. Why do you sound so white? And I said, well, I was brought up in a different part of the country, and I had a white teacher who was tough on me, who wanted me to learn something. And she was relentless on teaching me and educating me. If it wasn't for me, I wouldn't be who I am. And he said this: you having a white teacher educating you is not an excuse. You are a grown damn man. It's just the fact that it sounds like you have drifted away from the black community. I think he wasn't American. He was Canadian. And I think he spoke to my friend, Captain Brandon Hoare Lover. And I want to say this, I don't give a damn what people think how I talk. White people and black people, they'll bash me and say that I'm almost white and I'm not black enough. Listen, just because I don't talk Ebonics and talk African American vehicular English, however you want to say, doesn't mean I'm not black. All black people don't talk like black people in the ghetto. They don't. And I bet they don't say that shit to black people in the UK who talk with a British accent. They don't say that shit to them. It's just sheer ignorance here in America. Like, white people and black people, not all, think that all black people should talk the same, listen to the same music, and act the same. And if they don't act like a typical black person, then they are almost white and they're not cool. That's sheer ignorance and bullshit right there. This is America. Americans are different. Americans talk differently. Americans have different accents. They talk differently. So why in the fact that all black people should all talk the same? I'm going to say this. It doesn't matter if you're black. It doesn't matter if you talk with ghetto slang and talk like you're in the ghetto and not. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is you should never, ever forget about who you are and where you come from and where your ancestors came from and why you are here because of your ancestors. That's all I care about. I could care less how you talk. So that's all I gotta say about that. Well, anyway, that's all I gotta say in this video. Americans are a bunch of misfits, a bunch of fucked up people. They don't have the same ideas. They tear each other down. Some think voting is a waste of time. Yeah, and I believe in politicians are corrupt. They're not for everybody. Not for poor people. They're just for millionaires and billionaires and huge multinational corporations. And Bernie Sanders sold out and all this shit. I'm tired going back and forth politically with a bunch of crazy Americans, bunch of clueless Americans, bunch of assholes. I'm just sick of it. I'm tired talking about politics. I'm tired, and I'm sick and tired of talking to Americans in general. And I'm sick and tired of talking to a bunch of fucked up people in a country north of the U.S., Canada. So yeah, and also I'm sick and tired of dumbass foreigners from other countries telling me to stay in America because America is great and you make more money here and you have more freedom here. And America is better than the country that I live in, which is totally stupid and ass backwards. Yeah, I'm aware that got some countries that are in bad shape, but and they think that, they see America, that get this free food from quote unquote food banks. They think America is great, but they see it through the television, but they have to live here to see how it is here, to see how bad it is here, and see the government treating its people like crap, poor people like crap, in favor of helping big businesses, corporations, fat cats in Wall Streets, and people who are rich. Yeah, I mean, they gotta come here and see how it is, but they're ignorant, they're stupid, just like people here in America are ignorant and stupid, and don't want to do anything to change the country. But yeah, this country's a sinking ship, and I want out of this fucking country. So that's all I gotta say in this video. Bye.